We're giving away some awesome Cotopaxi gear, so check that out in the link below. You'd be amazed at how much stuff piles up in our studio for testing. Or horrified depending on your aversion to clutter, though we try to keep things organized. After getting our hands on thousands of pieces of gear throughout the year, each Pack Hacker team member develops a few preferences. And that's what we're going to share with you today. I'm taking you through the Pack Hacker team's favorite gear of 2024, starting with a bag that I stole from Eric from last year. If you watch that video, then you'll recognize this EVERGOODS bag. After reading Eric's review, I wanted to try it out and I quickly got hooked. It's got an easy to pack shape and clean lines. Filling it is more like packing a suitcase without the obvious boxiness. None of the pockets share capacity, so I don't have to leave one empty just to max out the main compartment. Plus, the overall organization is just really intuitive and easy to use. At 26 liters, it doesn't quite have enough space for longer term travel, and I wish it had a little more room at the top, but I still managed to fit 2 Peak Design packing cubes at the bottom with room to squeeze in my tech and toiletry kits at the top, plus a Peak Design shoe pouch. The contoured shoulder straps are also comfortable to wear even when I fully pack the bag. I've been using it for weekend trips throughout the year to New York, Minnesota, Arizona, Denver, and Washington, and I even took it on international trips to Mexico this year. This next piece of gear wasn't even on my radar to start, but now I don't go a day without it. We got the Oura Ring into the office as part of a sponsorship last year, but wearing it easily became a habit for me. It's been a game changer for my health and wellness routine. You wear this tracker on your finger instead of your wrist like a fitness watch, and the heart rate, blood oxygen level, sleep, and activity information is much more accurate. This might sound odd, but it seems to know when I'm stressed or getting sick before I do, and it creates a good signal for me to slow down. I really like the guided meditation feature, and logging my workouts helped me drop 15 pounds in 3 months. Even though it's thick, it is still pretty low profile in my hands. I have noticed that it can catch on things, but I guess that's the price you pay for having a small computer on your finger. I only have to charge it every few days when traveling, which is much less than my Apple Watch. I just got a second charger to leave in my tech kit, so I always have it, and use the other one that came with it at home. Next up are our staff writer Eric's recommendations. Who knows, maybe I'll find my new favorite for 2025. If you like to camp as much as he does, you should check out this Osprey compression sack. It's a jack-of-all-trades packing cube that comes in several different sizes, but we like the 8 and 12 liter versions best for travel. Eric uses it to hold clothing, gear, or other camping supplies since it adapts to anything that he needs to use it for. There's no organization inside, but he had no issue packing all of his clothing for a long weekend trip, yet it's not overkill when he needs to bring less. Unlike most packing cubes, it actually doesn't have a zipper. Instead, it has buckled straps to allow you to compress it part way, all the way, or not at all. The recycled 40D high tenacity nylon is super lightweight, which is usually great, although sometimes Eric finds it flops in the way when he's filling it. However, he appreciates the handle on top, which makes it easier to move an otherwise slightly slippery bag around. It's so versatile and allows you to carry whatever you need, whether that's extra layers, a sleeping bag, or even compressed beach towels to help them fit into a travel backpack on the plane. He's also taken these durable sunglasses on many adventures this year. They're super compact and don't fall off no matter how active you are. The Ombraz Viale sunglasses' best feature is that they don't have arms. Instead, the flexible thermoplastic frame secures to your head with a recycled marine-grade nylon cord. You might be worried that adjusting a cord around your head could tangle your hair, but Eric's is really long and he just hasn't had that issue. He wore them a ton this summer, bushwhacking his way to remote waterfalls in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, training for a 5K race, taking long bike rides, and commuting here to the office. While they can get a little warm and sweaty on the bridge of your nose, they don't fall off or slip out of place as you move around. Ombraz makes different styles with the same robust frames and armless design, so you can choose the best shape for your face. At less than an ounce, they're ultra lightweight for travel and come with a thin neoprene case that's easy to slip into pockets or bags to carry on your next trip. Something else we love is staying hydrated, but you can't always be sure of water quality and taste when you're traveling. That's why we're fans of this video's sponsor, LARC. Their PureViz 2 bottle doesn't just keep your water cold all day like other insulated bottles, it keeps it clean too. Self-cleaning technology automatically activates every 2 hours to purify the water. This sanitizes the inner surfaces of the bottle to make it odor-free. It also includes a nano-zero filter to remove PFAS, chlorine, and other impurities. Then a button on the lid activates the PureViz UVC technology, eliminating contaminants like E. coli and Salmonella. Double tap it to activate Adventure Mode, and you can drink water from natural sources. That's great for travel since you never know the water quality standards in other places. We think the 23-ounce size is the best since it fits nicely in most bottle pockets, and it also comes in a 1-liter size if you'll be far from water refill stations all day, like on a hike. Either way, you can use the LARC app on your Apple or Android phone to track your hydration, and the ring on the lid lights up as a reminder to drink more water, ensuring you hit your daily goals. Get a new LARC PureViz 2 bottle with the link down in the description below. Now let's get back to even more great gear. Next up is a sling that our managing editor Lauren always hates to part with. Since she finished testing the Low & Sons Bond, she hasn't let it out of her sight except when we need it for B-roll. She loves the heritage look of this sheepskin leather bag because she can dress it up for a more formal occasion and still carry it every day without looking out of place. It has a handbag vibe with the convenience of a sling, and the customizable strap lets her wear it in any style she wants, whether it's snug as a crossbody or more slouchy as a purse. She's gotten a ton of compliments on this thing and has also recommended it to many friends and family. Of course, a sling without organization wouldn't be as useful. The Bond has a rear slip pocket for a card as well as a zipper pocket for a phone and wallet. The organization in the main compartment is also great. It includes more card slots so you can always go without a separate wallet, plus a key leash and slip pockets for tiny gear. The main compartment zippers are the only downside, but not because they don't work. They're just loud and jangly no matter where you position them on the track, so keep them in mind if extra noise drives you nuts. Lauren also loves the Bellroy Lite travel pack. She says it's hard to believe this roomy bag only has a 30-liter capacity. This lightweight travel backpack packs more like a suitcase since it opens fully clamshell and has a roomy main compartment to hold cubes for clothing. Lauren says she gets more gear inside than she's been able to stuff into other bags with the same capacity. It might be because all of the compartments have independent space and don't compete with one another. Kind of like the EVERGOODS bag that I like so much. She's used it to visit family and has also used it for a wedding weekend. She had the space to overpack since she didn't know what she would need. It can also fit up to a week's worth of clothing inside if she packs smart, and the harness system is flexible and comfortable even on her smaller frame. The only nitpick she has is with the vertical zipper on the mesh pocket against the lid side of the bag. It's not centered, so filling that area is a little annoying, but that's the only issue she's found, so you might want to try traveling with this bag too. Now for the gear our video producer Ahmad has been using the most this year. That includes Andar's Apollo wallet, which he finds is a happy medium between uber minimalist and too thick. He's been using this leather wallet daily for a year and still says it looks good even as it develops a significant patina. It's a little larger than a simple card sleeve, yet holds up to 10 cards in cash while still fitting in the front pocket of his pants. His favorite feature is the flip-up bunny clip because it securely locks cash in place. He finds the two exterior pockets easier to access, so he uses those for his cards. Then he puts a card-shaped smart tracker in one of the inside pockets since it's hard to rifle through a stack of cards in them after you fill the outside. There's also an ID slot inside if you like to have your license in a visible spot. He's also been using this power bank since it arrived at Pack Hacker HQ. Like Lauren, he's always sad to part with it for a few days when we feature it in videos. That's because it charges his iPhone faster than any other budget charger that he's found. While it's portable and made for travel, Ahmad also uses it at home because it has a pass-through feature that allows him to recharge the battery and top up his phone at the same time. He leaves the 10,000 milliamp hour battery on his desk, popping his phone on it to act as a base when he needs more power. Since it's wireless, you don't have to worry about having the right cords and connectors to share it with a friend. You can also charge your AirPods and Apple Watch with the 15-watt wireless charger, though it only works with Apple brand small devices. That's the only downside. He says he can't use it to charge the Samsung watch that he's been wearing instead. On the other hand, it is much less expensive than similar chargers, so it's worth the sacrifice. If you're looking for a new DOP kit for 2025, then our staff writer Christine has a suggestion. She loves the layout of the Bellroy Toiletry Kit Plus and loves the extra capacity too. We've had the regular size toiletry kit on some of our packing lists, and they work well when filling a travel backpack, but Christine took the Plus on a spring break trip to Florida when she needed to bring along more gear and extra room in her rolling carry-on. She and her family were staying with friends sharing a bathroom, and she says the toiletry bag was perfect since it didn't take up too much counter space. She likes leaving it next to the sink since the pockets keep everything in view and within reach. Her favorite feature by far is the toothbrush shelf because it keeps it out of the way of other tools, especially her hair and makeup brushes, while letting it dry. She still can't figure out how the liner does not get a bunch of toothpaste residue on it. It just seems so resilient to that. While the Toiletry Kit Plus isn't big enough for full-size bottles, it has plenty of room for all travel-size bottles you'll need on a trip, and you can't pack them if you're traveling carry-on only anyway. She also loved carrying this Arc'teryx sling around while touring college campuses this year with her daughter. It's large enough to carry everything she needs without protruding like a muffin top. Christine says the Mantis 2 waist pack lays flat against her body when she wears it crossbody, whether she has on a big puffy coat or not. It's low profile enough to wear between layers, and she appreciated not having to take the sling on and off as they were going in and out of buildings during the tours. The slip pocket on the back is convenient for her phone because she can pull it out and snap a picture and put it back without digging through the interior compartments. Meanwhile, the front and main compartments have plenty of space for a wallet, keys, sanitizer, snacks, and maps, which they kept accumulating during their visits, so it worked out well if you want to wear it all day while exploring a new place. The strap can slip easily out of adjustment, but it's just as quick to retighten, and the strap keeper helps keep everything in place. And while the strap itself is just thin webbing, it did not dig into Christine's shoulders, even when wearing the thing the entire day. That's the gear that we love this year. Tell us about your favorite gear you found in 2024 down in the comments below. That's it from Pack Hacker for now. We'll see you in the next video.